Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the M&M podcast. I am your host, Cam, and that is your other host, Max.
What up?
We are here. Welcome to episode 2, and we are here to talk about the elephant in the room. And we both know that is Stranger Things finale. There's a lot of thoughts coming both ways here to talk about it. And I just think we need to dive right into it. There's not much to stall about. If you guys are new here, you guys can listen to us on Spotify, audio and video. You guys can go on our YouTube or our TikTok. That will all be in the link in the description down below. Make sure you give us a like, follow, and let's get into it. Max, Stranger Things finale. The end of 10 years, the end of a franchise, the end of a cult. May you add. I gotta know. Just we watched it together, so I kind of know.
Yeah,
But give me your thoughts, man. Like, what did you think on the finale of season 5 of Stranger Things?
horrible. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Okay.
No. I think it was a good finale. I liked it. I did like it. But not great, right? I think it was good finale. It's not great. It had so much potential, but it just didn't pull through. And I think we can see that as we dive deeper into it. Overall, though, I will say it's a good episode. I like it. I saw the IMDb was like a 7.9. I think it's a little low. I think it should be higher than that.
Was it actually a 7.9?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't agree with a lot of decisions they make in the finale, but I do like the epilogue a lot. I think that's one of the positives. I'll get into that later. And I'll get into some of the negatives about it. But overall, I think it was a good finale to end it. They did play pretty safe. But I mean, yeah, no, I mean, it was just good. Nothing special or anything.
Okay. So I think I can mostly attest and agree with your opinion. Um, at the very end of like right after I first watched it, I hated it. I was very very pissed off about it. I think more so now I can say that it's grown on me a little bit. Hearing some opinions, kind of watching some scenes over again, I think the finale grew on me. I think for a finale standpoint in itself, I thought it was pretty good. Now my new rating. Um, but I will say I think the Duffer Brothers fell short. I think that there were um, spots that they had such a good opportunity to really hit the nail in the coffin and send us home with, and they just didn't deliver as well as I thought. I will say, um, the endings with everybody, the way that they showed the life afterwards, that was great. I loved it. Um, the way that everybody had an ending that was good and somewhat, for the most part, made sense to the characters. That was pretty cool. Um, I do have some more thoughts that we're going to get into it deeper, more the more we talk. Um, but honestly, if I were to give it my own rating and say screw you to IMDb, I would say I'd give it. Honestly, I don't think it's very far off. I'd give it probably like an 8.1, 8.2.
I'd give it an 8.5.
That's not. I can't even be mad at you for that. I think
Yeah.
it's.
Definitely not a 9 worthy, but
I think
if
it's
we're ranking on an IMDb scale,
no,
but
no. I think it's the third best episode in the season.
yeah,
That's my thoughts.
yeah, that's true.
Okay,
Yeah,
so what is your favorite episode in the season? I think we know.
episode 4. Come on,
The
dude.
Sorcerer. Yeah, I mean that was speaking. That was I think that's my favorite episode of all time. And I
Yeah,
didn't think anything
definitely
would
top
beat.
5.
I didn't think anything would beat
Season 4, episode
season
7.
4, episode 7, or season 2 finale for me. I loved both of those, and right
Side,
now, hmm?
I was just saying off topic. I think the season 2 finale is a little overrated.
Crazy, insane take,
That's for another time. Not really.
horrible take.
It's not, but
It is.
okay.
That's a bad take. I think the
I think it's
the
a
choreography in that was beautiful. Um, the the build up that it gives you, leading to the ending, was awesome. I think they perfectly lived up to Elle with what she did with her powers. That was beautiful. Um, and then ending it with Snowball 84. That is arguably my favorite scene in all of Stranger Things. Snowball 84 is such a great scene. It is so amazing.
Oh yeah, I
Seeing
love it.
everybody get together. Even some mini character development from Nancy there in the dance.
Yeah.
That was very cool, dude.
Oh my gosh. About that in season 2 when she was talking to Dustin, she's like, "Just give him some years to grow up." And then the same girl in the
Same thing.
finale
That
after
was fire.
graduation asked her. That was really cool how they brought that back.
We saw
See, that's
that.
the thing. Like the Duffer Brothers do so much stuff like that, and that makes it so cool when you rewatch it. But then they just go with the fight, and it's just so they just make horrible decisions. I'm like, you are actually have the mindset of a freaking 2-year-old, dude. Like, how are you a director?
Yeah, no, I agree. I think they did a great job with um like referencing old episodes and old moments. That was really cool. Not even in the finale, just in Stranger Things itself. They did it a lot with Eddie. They did it with just characters, literally just showing their character development, like from the beginning and from to now. But like I said, we can a topic for another day for sure on season 2 finale. That I think that's one of the greatest episodes ever dropped. I think, and I'll even say something that'll burst your bubble again. I think I love season 3. It's arguably the best season. I think the finale of season 3 was the second worst finale in Stranger Things. But that's okay. Because right now I got season 2, season 4, season 5, season 3, season 1. That's my finale ranking.
Wait,
And
say that again?
I know what you're about to do. Season 2, season 4, season 5, season 3, season 1. Intertwinable.
Wait, season 1 is the worst?
I think you can interchange it with season 3 for me. It's great. I think they're all amazing finales. I
Like the
think
number 5.
listen, dude. I think
Have you lost your mind?
dude, I think it's not they're all great. They're all amazing. You could arguably put season 3 as the worst. I thought, and I will tell you why. Part of me may have not thought of that when season 3 was when I first saw it, but season 5, listen, season 5 discredited the season 3 finale. Why?
I don't care.
The only thing was because of the mind flare.
Let's just get into season 5. Alright, let's get into the finale.
I'm just saying. The fact
Well,
that
another-
actually this is getting into season 5. Hold on a minute. This is season 5. Because of how they did the actual real mind flare in season 5, it made me. It not only did it piss me off about season 5, it kind of did. It makes the season 3 finale not make as much sense to me. It
What?
doesn't make any sense. Well, the fact that the mind flare in season 5 went out in 10 minutes and it took actually closer to 5 minutes, and it took so much more for the like flesh version of the mind flare in season 3 to go down.
Yeah, well, that's more of a negative for the
Season 5.
season
Right,
5.
exactly right. But it just makes me more confused on season 3. And I'm not saying, listen to me, I loved the season 3 finale. I loved the season 1 finale. I loved the season 2, 4, 5. They all were great. Stranger Things, there's nothing bad. I don't want to say anything's necessarily bad about Stranger Things at all.
That is true.
All these rankings, that doesn't discredit season 1, and it doesn't discredit season 2 from being my top and bottom. And I would even go as far to say that season 1 is very close at number 5 to season 2 at my number 1. It's just they're all so peak. But again, yeah, that's a topic for another day. I just think more of I feel like it would resonate more with you too because of nostalgia, and you're a big nostalgia guy with a lot of movies. But I guess not. But that's okay. We can get into season 5, and for real.
Yeah.
Okay. What's your first question?
Well, first, I just want to talk about some of the positives, and then I'll go into my question. So you already touched on this. I thought the epilogue was really good. When the way they wrapped every characters up, I'm happy they got a happy ending. And My other positive effects, Jamie Campbell Bower, the actor that plays
Vecna.
Vecna, amazing acting. Uh, Definitely, probably the best. Yeah, no, the best actor there by far.
That's not crazy to say at
Um,
all. Good take.
yeah, the monster and the visual effects look really good. A lot
Mm-hmm.
of very emotional scenes.
Mm-hmm.
That's for most of my
Yeah. Hey,
positives.
I'll say about Vecna too. Like the way that he was able to reminisce on his childhood memory in the cave and show true passion and emotion, that was great. And the fact that
Oh
we
my
haven't
gosh,
seen
yeah,
that, the fact that we haven't seen that much from him, and then he pops that out, that was really really cool to me. And it really shows the depth of Vecna as a character. Um,
yeah,
and it really shows what he's truly been going through the entire time, and maybe what caused him to be the way that he is. Um, there's so many villains that they don't go as deep into that for in other shows and movies, and they did that great in Stranger Things. I was waiting for it because I was gonna be really pissed if they didn't. So I'm glad that they did. Continue.
and I
I think
and
that was a
I'm
great thing you added.
yeah, and I'm glad that what they did with him was that they kind of brought out the side of like you're just used as a vessel for me, like Will was saying and stuff. But they decided to make him like he is the villain. They decided to keep him as the villain. As the character. He's like, oh well, I forgot what he said exactly, but he's like, I needed it or whatever. So it shows that he is actually like a villain. Like it's not
Mm-hmm.
just he's not being used as a vessel. But and then the negatives, I will get into that too. I will say the negatives. There's a lot of them,
You think
but
you think they outweigh the positives?
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
But not saying that the positives aren't good. Like, but I just think they could have done a lot better. The fight scene was really short. It could have been way longer.
Oh my gosh.
Vecna, the Mind Flayer, killed so easily.
This.
No, my biggest complaint, if they added 30 minutes more fights, killed off one or two characters, easily a 9.5
That's not crazy
rate.
at all. Matter of fact, I was gonna say that later. Like, I was literally was thinking before you said what you just said about the negatives. I was like in my head. I was like, okay, what could have made that higher than an 8.2? Oh my gosh, fight scene. Like, dude,
Yeah.
it's a finale, dog. What do you expect? And especially when you say all that stuff online, and you tease us so much, and then you just give us that. I was like,
Yeah.
bro.
Like, bro, when they brought out that giant monster, and then, bro, I remember they brought out the giant monster, revealed the Mind Flayer was back, and then I literally paused the TV. I'm like, yo, this is insane right now. And we still had like an hour and 15 minutes left.
Yeah.
Just for me, 20 minutes later to be like, okay, everything's over, and I'm watching, and there's still 45 minutes left.
Yeah, I thought they were gonna like.
But
I thought they after they, or I thought they killed Vecna and the Mind Flayer. I thought something was gonna happen. I thought they were coming back. I didn't think
yeah,
they were actually dead when there was that much time left. But
oh yeah,
it was
me
just
too.
like, oh my
Underwhelming,
gosh, so much potential, and it just was not delivered, bro. It was like,
100%.
you know what I mean?
No, 100%, 100%. That is by far my biggest complaint. My next complaint is that there's no Demogorgons, no Demodogs, no Demobats. And then outside, like there were Demodogs in season or episode 6, I think. But besides that, we haven't seen a Demogorgon since episode 4 when Will killed him.
Bro.
Uh, and that was just really stupid to me. My thought was there's a scene after they defeat him when they're driving home, and Murray's like, "Oh, home sweet home, right there." And I thought at that point they were gonna get ambushed by like a bunch of Demogorgons and Demodogs, and it would initially be a race to try to make it out of the upside down before it blows up.
Mm.
And I think that still would have made it way better than it was, honestly.
At least would have gave a little more credit to the fight scene. But dude,
Hmm.
I want to say you're telling me they want to show up for every little thing and every important scene up to the finale, and then there's nothing there. You gotta have Demodogs. You gotta have
Bro.
Demogorgons. You gotta have Demobats, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I was expecting? I was expecting a gosh. I was expecting it like an in-game fight, dude. Like I'm talking all of Thanos' team, all of freaking Cap's team, all of all of Vecna's stuff, and all of the Stranger Things cast. I was expecting that. It's gonna be a freaking launch up, and then it was gonna be just hammer down, and it was just not, bro. It was
I
just
know,
not
bro.
that. And it's like, oh my goodness gracious. And do you know how much better of the fight it would have been just simply adding Demogorgons and Demodogs and stuff? Like
Dude, it
it
would have
just
been so
that
much better.
you add them that alone makes adds the fight at least at minimum another 10 minutes, because you have to deal with
Yes.
all those people, and for sure at least one or two people would die off. Because
Yeah.
I guarantee
And
you, a
that I
Demodog
feel
and
like
Demogorgon's gonna freaking attack some people, and then Vecna, they're gonna get distracted. Vecna's got a chance to kill one or two people for sure, if not the
yeah,
Mind
like
Flayer.
there's that was another one of my things was like I'm so glad that the characters did have a happy ending. Don't get me wrong, but I still think that they should have killed off a couple of characters.
For sure, 100%.
Obviously, we had pump fake after pump fake after pump fake with Steve to Dustin
Eight, well maybe eight.
to well, yeah, but I was gonna say Hopper shooting L in the tank, heart attack immediately because
Well,
I
and
was like,
then
"There's no way."
we may as well have got the heart attack, because that's what the hell happened anyway. But
Yeah, well, yeah, that did happen later. Um, but they and even L, they couldn't even kill her off fully. They literally gave it was like they left it open ended. They were like, "Is she dead? Is she not? We don't really
yeah,
know."
I was gonna bring that up later.
Yeah, I was too. But besides that, I really think they should have killed off a couple of characters just to make the stakes higher. Cause like there's no. I know it's a fictional show, but realistically, come on, what are the odds every single person's gonna make it out alive? That's like a 2% chance.
Mm-hmm.
And I know it's a fictional show, but come on,
Yeah. What was
the
your?
Duffer.
What you say?
Sorry.
No, you're good.
I was just saying the Duffers, they were just scared to do anything. They didn't want to be like all Game of Thrones or whatever and
Yeah,
kill
for
everyone
just
off. But
fail.
they were just they played it safe. They
Too
did
safe.
it so they did it to please the people, but not to make them wow. You know,
100%. What were your questions?
mine basically. So if they were to make a continuation with the same characters 10 years from now when they're older, do you think that that will be a hit? Because I heard Finn Wolfhard talk about it in an interview or something like that.
Um, I think off rip, yes. I don't think they're gonna be able to make it like they did with Stranger Things.
Yeah.
So I
It will
think
get-
later off it will die off, because you see a bunch of shows that make it come back and try to make a comeback. It's never ever
Yeah.
ever the same. Um,
That's,
so I think at first when they hear like the cast coming back, they'll be like, "Oh my gosh, let's watch it."
yeah.
For sure. And I don't blame them. I would be that a part of that group too. It's like, dude,
Yeah.
hell yeah, let me join. Like, count me in. But um, you know, I don't think it's gonna be. I don't think it's ever. I don't even think anything. It's gonna be rare to find anything like Stranger Things. Like
Yes.
with anything else. Matter of fact, dare I say, Stranger Things is in its own category. That's not crazy to say. I think there's
No.
on the only thing that competes on Netflix is like Wednesday, numbers wise. I don't think it's
Yeah.
as good. I'm
Cobra
saying,
Kai to
yeah.
go.
Breaking Bad,
Yeah. It's
but
not.
yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think it'd be. I think it would start. It'd pop off. It'd get some good 3 month sales, but after that, no.
Yeah.
Do you think the same or?
Yeah. No, I would agree with pretty much everything you said.
Okay.
So,
All right. So this is a pretty good question, I think, that I put together here. We kind of miniaturely answered it, but I think we can go more into depth about it with this question. Was the finale something you were hoping for, and what was your favorite part about it?
was
know
this what I was hoping for? Yes and no.
Mm-hmm. I
Um,
kind of thought you'd say that.
Yeah, it's kind of the same of what I said earlier. My favorite part, I'll start with that. Favorite part of the finale, that's so tough. I would say it's either the part where, obviously, the fight scene, even though it should have been way longer, I still enjoyed it and think it looked really good. I think
Yeah, it was
The
peak for the time it was there for sure.
yeah. That part, and I really, really did love the ending when they were at the D&D campaign, and then one by one they each put
Beautiful.
their
Well done, Duffer.
folder up over there. That was, I think they could have like as far I know, like I know this whole thing wasn't ending, but as far as like ending the episode, I don't think they could have done it better. And
Beautiful.
then the kids coming down,
Coming in
and
exactly.
they were
Nail on the
like
head.
showing the new generation and Mike smiling and stuff. Beautiful.
Dude, that was peak, bro.
But yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, that was awesome. I love that part.
Yeah.
And I will say, um, and I think for very similar reasons, I have the same answer. I think the finale was something I was hoping for, but it also wasn't. You know the talks we had with our girlfriends and people we were watching it with. Um, it it was peak, yes, but there was things in it that just needed to be there and just were not there. Like I said, I think I can give you a perfect layout of a finale that would have made it 10 times better.
Yeah.
Right now, and that is, I think everything they did leading up to it, I'm not even upset about it. Dare I
No,
say, dare I say that you could not have done it much better actually. And I love the fake. I love the getting my heart rate up with Steve and everything. That was cool. Okay,
I like that a lot.
at least it
And
gave
then
me
Jonathan.
at least it gave me a miniature feeling. Yeah, Curry from the freaking outer space. It gave me an entire feeling of him dying without him dying, except all the way up to that part. So I got my hopes down. I guess got them down. I was worried, but I mean, up until the fight scene, it was fine. But you gotta. I'll tell you this, Max. I am perfectly okay with a 3-hour episode
Easily.
if you're gonna make a
Oh my
30-minute fight scene.
Yes.
I mean, what's up?
Where is it?
There you
Oh,
go.
I was saying, I remember when there was like a supposedly leaked I think it was like a leaked thing of like the runtime for every episode, and it was like hour 50, 2 hours, 2 hours leading up, and the finale was 3 hours, and I was like, yo, this is gonna be peak.
Yeah.
And then we get the first four episodes, and it's like 58 minutes, hour 10, hour 15, which I think they could have definitely added more, honestly.
I think also something that was not what I was hoping. Okay, I wasn't hoping for this. If you guys watched the last episode, you guys know what I'm about to say. But, where the hell was Holly majority of that episode? If you're gonna make the entire season about Holly, why is she only in a couple scenes? Why is if you're gonna make her the main point? This is exactly what the Duffer Brothers did.
If you sideline the main characters of the show for 10 years to put her in front, yeah, why in the finale is she?
Why is she sidelined?
Yeah,
you got to stick with what you're doing at least. I guess they listen to the fans partially for that one, but you got to understand, like, if you're gonna sideline them, just might as well stick it out, because now literally what you did is you sideline them, and then literally they are back to center stage.
Yeah. And then like, ever since they got out of the Mr. What's-It land, she just like became a nobody.
Disappeared. Nobody. Derek was more important than Holly in the finale.
Him and Mike and Steve. Oh my god.
Yeah. So let's just be real here, guys. So that was weird. That confused me. And not only that, it just left a lot of plot holes. There was a lot of plot holes I don't understand. What happened to Owens, Dr. Owens? What was under Lucas's bed? There was so...
I think I could take a good guess.
I was just like, no, you know what I mean? Like, there's just multiple plot holes.
Yeah. And then after, another thing, a big plot hole. So after that, Nancy just mowed down like 6 soldiers. Hopper just killed a couple dozen. They just let him go scot-free, and then he's chief of police again. The kids are all good to go, as if they didn't just create a genocide or something.
Yeah.
Like that. What?
Yeah, he's just back to normal. Well, I mean, I guess they figured everything that happened in Hawkins. Who cares about that anymore?
Yeah, I guess.
Duffer Brothers had so much potential to give Vecna ultimate aura, and they just didn't. Dude, he had it in episode 4. That was like,
gosh,
I'm so sorry, guys, but
bro, they set the stakes high with the first 4 episodes. Bro.
They did. They I don't think they knew exactly what they were doing. They would have had to make it extra peak for the last few. So I can't blame them that everybody thought it was trash. But okay, my last question. Everybody wants to know. Max McCarter, what do you think? Do you think that Elle is alive? Yes or no?
That was gonna be my last question. Yes, I do.
Yeah, me too.
There's multiple things going either way. I like to believe also for comfort, like Mike. But I do think, because there are literally scenes when she's in the truck, and they're getting everybody out of the truck, and you can literally see her in the truck as they're getting everybody out. There's no way she would have any time to go make it
you can
to the portal.
see the scene of the guards taking her.
Yeah.
You literally see her. It's like, where does that... Dude, before you answer this, number 8, Kali, I'm sorry. She still pisses me off, don't get me wrong, and I don't care that she's dead, but I'm sorry that I hated on you to that degree. You did save a lot of what we thought could have happened. So thank you. Sorry, you can continue.
And especially with, if she was over at the portal, how was she able to use her powers to talk to Mike? It's another thing.
Exactly. She was gone. She was out.
Yeah. And then it can go both ways, though. There is a thing about, if Callie was in the hospital, then she wouldn't have been alive long enough to make the illusion for 11, because she would have died when it exploded and everything.
Yep.
But, I mean, I'm sure the Duffer Brothers have a crappy way of explaining that, like they do for a lot of things.
Yeah, no, I think your first answer is correct. Actually, I think that she was gone. I think she was gone the second everybody saw the guards were there. Yeah. She was out. But 11, you're such a great girlfriend for doing everything that Mike wanted to do with you. You just did it by yourself. So great job, Elle. Woohoo! Great job seeing the 3 waterfalls.
2.
2. Yeah, that was weird. Dustin, beautiful graduation speech and doing exactly what Eddie wanted to do himself. That was awesome.
Within the bird.
Hellfire Club. But yeah. And it was a good finale. I'll give you that.
Yeah,
I'll say that. I can live with it.
Yeah. And with it, definitely could have been way better, but it is what it is. I mean, at the end of the day, it's still good.
Yeah, Elle's alive. She's alive.
Yeah. Can I talk about my theory real quick?
Oh, yeah.
I have a theory, and from what I've heard, I've not heard anybody else say anything about this. So
let us know in the comments if you know about this theory or not.
Yeah, I actually made this one up, so I don't know if anyone's actually heard this. So have you heard of the spin-off show Stranger Things Tales of 85?
No.
Oh. So it's basically going to be an animated show about Stranger Things that takes place between season 2 and 3, and it's about adventures they go on. And my guess is that these adventures that they go on, that is animated and shown in that show, are actually going to be stories written by none other than Mike Wheeler. because as we see him at the end, he's talking about
Typewriter.
continuing to tell stories. I think that show is going to be about Mike Wheeler's stories that he's writing basically.
It's an animated show.
Yeah.
Wow. Wait.
So
We're gonna save this. I want you to come back to this. If it's right, we'll bring it up in the episode that we are doing the podcast in if it comes back. I actually don't think that's crazy theory. But knowing the Duffer Brothers, if that theory does come out and it's popular, they're gonna say that's not the theory, and then that'll be the theory. They said everybody. There's not one theory that's correct on the finale, and there were so many that was. Actually, I could have said that. But I didn't think they'd be that obvious in Kill Off 11. I feel like that was everybody's first glance guess, and it was so obvious that nobody even said it in public.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, because if I was 11 years old, I'd think that they would kill off 11. But I thought they would do something more distinct than that. But here we are.
Yeah.
And she's gone.
Ish.
Not actually. But the finale was good. It was chill. I feel like you got to do a little better when you're competing with the 10 years of greatness that you did. But we commend you, Duffer Brothers, and the cast and the editors and directors and everybody involved with Stranger Things. You guys did such an amazing time for such a long time. Great job. Thank you for blessing our eyes for so long. Thank you guys for checking out this episode. Episode 2 is the finale of Stranger Things. We are just so blessed and so thankful to have you guys a part here with us. We thank you again. And again, if you have not yet already, please hit us with a follow, subscription, like our video, and send it to your friends, repost. We appreciate you, and we will see you guys in episode 3. See you guys.
Yep. See ya.